Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad you're joining us. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Today, we're starting something special, a Sims 4 Gilmore Girls series that picks up right after Gilmore Girls A Year in the Life. So grab your coffee, get cozy, and let's jump in. Our story begins in Willow Creek at Emily Gilmore's giant, echo-filled mansion. It's fall, Friday the 13th, and Rory, well, she's about to find out her life is about to get a lot more complicated in the most Gilmore way possible. Rory is sitting on the toilet, clutching a little pregnancy test like it's a final exam she forgot to study for. And guess what? She passed, or failed, depending on how you look at it. The test is positive. Rory Gilmore is officially pregnant. The father, Logan Huntsberger. The complication, he's very much engaged to Odette. You know, his fiance that Rory very conveniently forgot about every time she picked up the phone at 2 a.m. to call him. So yes, Rory has a bun in the oven, and the recipe is, well, chaos. She waddles back to the pool house, first trimester belly in full Sims mode, and makes herself something to eat. Comfort food, balcony seating, and staring into the void of Willow Creek. But can you blame her? Let's recap. She's unemployed. She doesn't have a place of her own. Her grandmother is letting her stay rent-free until she sells the house. And oh yeah, she's carrying the secret baby of a man who belongs to someone else. And add that to the fact that no one else even knows she's pregnant yet. Yikes. So what does Rory do when faced with life-altering decisions? Well, she writes. She plants herself in Richard's study, his favorite leather chair, the walls lined with intimidating books, the smell of old money still hanging in the air, and she begins pounding away at her computer. She's got a new goal, to write a book about her and her mother's life together. Because if you can't fix your problems, you might as well monetize them. Rory writes and writes and writes. It's like the caffeine in her bloodstream got replaced by pure, unfiltered determination. The only sound in the house are the clicking of her keyboard and the occasional stomach growl. Hours go by until finally, at nearly 3 a.m., she drags herself upstairs, collapses in Lorelai's old room, and passes out. This girl has more stamina than a Gilmore coffee binge. At 6:30 a.m., just 3 hours later, pregnancy says hello, bathroom trip again and again. This poor girl is practically living in the bathroom now. She makes herself a quick breakfast, eats alone in the dining room, and then back to the study she goes. Writing, always writing. But here's the kicker. She puts on spooky music. Yes, you heard that right. Apparently, Rory Gilmore writes best to creepy organ sounds. Gothic Rory confirmed? ? Maybe she's secretly applying for a spot in the Addams family. Her phone buzzes. It's Lorelai. And in true Gilmore fashion, Rory ignores it. Because writing is more important than answering your mom, obviously. Eventually, she does call her back though, because guilt is stronger than creativity, and her social need is tanking faster than a neglected Tamagotchi. She decides to get out of the house, throw on the biggest coat she owns to cover her baby bump, and heads to Newcrest. If Sims had trench coats, Rory would be living in one. Rory arrives at the gazebo in Newcrest. It's the kind of place you expect small town proposals or spontaneous Taylor Dosey fairs to happen. Instead, Rory drops a bomb on Lorelai. She's pregnant. Lorelai's reaction, the kind of sharp inhale that makes you wonder if she's calling 911 or ordering Chinese food. She pulls out her phone immediately, probably texting Christopher, Rory's dad, or maybe just sending an angry emoji in the group chat. But she's furious. She already knew about Logan. She already hated that whole mess. And now there's a baby? To make things worse, Rory confesses she's writing a book about them, about her and Lorelai. And Lorelai's face? Well, picture someone biting into a lemon, but angrier. This is not going well. Rory decides to cool down with some food at Luke's diner, because comfort food heals everything, right? Wrong. Lorelai shows up, sitting down at Rory's table, and suddenly it's mother-daughter fight night part 2. Rory orders coffee, shocker, and hamburger sliders, because stress eating is universal. Lorelai fires off questions faster than Kirk pitches business ideas. How will Rory raise the baby? Where will she live? How will she pay for it? Will Logan be in the child's life? Rory's answers, vague noises of denial and avoidance. It's awkward. And just when you think it couldn't get messier, Lane walks in. Lane, being the best friend we all wish we had, listens to the whole story, blinks twice, and simply says, "Congratulations." No judgment, no anger, just supportive, chill Lane. Take notes, Lorelai. By the time Rory gets back to Willow Creek, it's well after 10 p.m. Lorelai stays behind at Luke's, still stewing over the news she just heard. Rory, on the other hand, retreats back into Richard's study, the one place she feels like she belongs, and begins her first short story, Coffee at Midnight, a reflection on late-night conversations, journalism, and her unconventional life. She types furiously until 2 a.m., and just as she finishes the last line, the seasons shift. Winter arrives. Snow drifts past the window. A new season, a new beginning, and for Rory Gilmore, a whole new mess of drama. And that's the end of episode 1. Rory's pregnant, Lorelai's furious, Lane's supportive, and Logan still completely in the dark. Winter has officially arrived, and so has the drama. Will Rory tell Logan? Will Lorelai forgive her? Will Emily come back from Brindleton Bay to add her 2 cents? We'll find out in the next episode of The Sims 4 Gilmore Girls. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Stay safe, stay blessed, and stay cozy.